Anyway. What games have you guys been playing recently? Like, any of you been playing anything fun? Or what have you lot been doing in your spare time? I this morning in like what you could call my spare time this morning before the like just before I was about to go to the gym, my alerter went off and I got called to a like a crane, like a lorry, like an articulated lorry with a crane built into it whose brakes had caught fire. By the time we got there, the crew that arrived like a couple of minutes before us managed to had gotten it under control, because it was just their brake, it was their electromagnetic brakes that had overheated and were kind of like spouting a bit of flame, but that still meant on the way there, our incident commander was like, okay, I want two people in BA, and so I was like, so I sat in my usual seat in the back of the pump, which is not one of the seats who usually wear breathing apparatus. So like as we were driving, I had to swap with the person that was sitting in the seat, and so we swap, and then I start to don my breathing apparatus, knowing full well that I was more likely to not have to use it than get to use it, but it was still exciting to be in the back of the pump with strapping the whole rig on and heading to the incident. But then of course we arrive, see that it's all okay, see that it's all basically okay, and he's like, okay, you guys can drop your sets. Like, bah! Bah! Be writing more fictional stories with your Dragon OC in them. Oh, nice. I have a 9-page report, D&D IRL, made little cardboard monster stones. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, I have a 9-page report from my development editor about my novel, and I have. And like it's all feedback. It's all kind of like, oh, this isn't great. You should concentrate more on this. You should avoid this and this, and you should avoid this and this and such. And so like I have. Can I send a link of a picture of them in chat? Yeah, go ahead. And yeah, so I've distilled a load of their feedback. Into. Oh yeah, cool. I've distilled a bunch of their feedback into action, updates to the story that I need to do, and like I am genuinely so excited to get back to writing this novel, because the suggestions and improvements are so like thinking about what she's told me. It's one of those things where it's sort of, it now almost seems obvious that like, oh yeah, there should be more stakes. Yeah, like I need to tie the characters together a bit more. Oh yeah, the character I need to like have a bit more variation in something, and like oh, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to get back to this writing, you know. We love creative criticism from experts in their field. Yeah, and I mean, it also it cost me enough to get done. So you know, it was an expensive thing to do. but I think I've got but the person who like I got also works as a literary agent as well. So she is in a good place. She's in a good place to like point out what makes a good novel for traditional publishing. And also importantly, she liked it, and liked the characters, and complimented my writing style and such, which I want to say, which I find it hard. I find it hard to take a compliment, take a direct compliment like that, especially from someone who I'm paying to like review and whatnot. However, in multiple times in the feedback, she